Hey guys, welcome to another video of Dip with Jasmine. Today I created these beautiful Valentine's Day Glam Coffin nails. I am super excited to share with you guys how I created these. So I went ahead and I applied my tips with a peel base and a top coat of gel polish, and I cured that under the lamp for 60 seconds. And we'll go ahead and jump straight into doing my clear dip powder. I'm using the Mia Secret acrylic powder because I wanted it to have a nice foundation there. And I like to start off with applying a little bit right where it meets my nail extension, because it does have bulk to it and I want it to even out as much as possible without having to file it down to start off with. So I apply my top coat just at that junction area there on my nail, and then, you know, put some powder on there, and I do that to all 5 fingers because, you know, I only did one hand. And then after I did all my 5 nails, I cured that for 60 seconds under my LED lamp. Sometimes I prefer doing the gel method when applying nail extensions because I feel like it's more stronger and it is a lot easier to work with, especially when you're doing ombres and such. But I'm applying a little bit more powder on my nails because the gel doesn't dry on its own, so it does soak up the powder fast. So I did another application of dip there before putting that in under the lamp. So I cured that and I dusted off all the excess powder there, and I'm just feeling around with my finger, seeing where it's still really bumpy. And then I am doing another full layer for my whole nail of the gel base to apply more dip powder on the entire nail to level out the first application of dip powder. And we're gonna go ahead and do this to all 5 nails again, really being careful around the cuticle area. And what I really like about doing the gel method is that I'm able to clean up with my other hand without having to worry about getting really sticky or glued onto my finger. And also, guys, because these are kind of long, it's important to move your finger the opposite way to ensure that you have all the nail covered with powder, because we don't want to leave some of the edges without full coverage. And sometimes dipping it very gently into that powder that we've accumulated there in our dipping well will be easier to encapsulate that free edge, because it's harder for to ensure that it's fully covered when you pour over instead of dipping it like you normally would. So just using my little spoon here, it's so cute, it's in a heart shape. I'm going in and pouring that over there. See how I'm rotating my finger to the side and having fun with it to make sure it's fully coated in powder. So I'm just feeling again with my other hand, seeing which ones are a little bit rough still and bumpy. And I felt like my pinky and my pointer finger still needed some more leveling out. So I'm applying another layer there, and I do file them out a little bit off camera here. I just didn't record that part. I apologize. So I'm starting off with my pinky there and then doing the same thing to my pointer and curing that for another 60 seconds. And then we'll go ahead and jump straight into doing my little designs of hearts. I was honestly so excited to create a look with all of the heart glitters and decals I received. As soon as I opened this up in my unboxing video, I was like, you know what, I know what I'm going to do. I'm excited to give it a shot, and honestly I was so happy of how it turned out. Guys, I sincerely apologize. I don't know what happened, but I blame myself for this because I am blind. Okay, I need a new prescription. I'm actually waiting for my glasses to arrive, so I'm excited about that. But I didn't realize that I did this off camera. I needed to get my hand closer to my face so I can see where I was applying the hearts. So I'm just gonna talk right through what I did. So you know how we did those couple layers of the clear dip powder. So once, you know, I leveled it all out, had a nice foundation, then I did one layer of the gel the gel base coat, and then stuck a couple hearts on there. Liked how that looked. Poured some dip powder over the entire nail so it covered the areas that didn't have hearts. Cure that for 60 seconds and repeated it like 3 different times so that the hearts look like they're laying on top of each other without removing the effect and, you know, the colors of the one underneath. Because if you do it all within one layer, it really diminishes the pretty shine and the outer of the hearts. So that's why I like doing it like this, and it gives it definition, which I love. So I did that, and then the very last one I did just a clear dip layer over the whole entire nail to encapsulate the hearts there. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds, brush off the excess powder, and jump straight into doing my 3 Baby Boomer Ombre nails. And in order to do so, I used the Mia Secret Cover Pink powder and my KIARA Sky white powder. So I'm going to apply a coat of gel base to both my thumb, my middle finger, and my ring finger, and I'm going to do one full coat of my Cover Pink dip powder on those 3 fingers first to just set an even color underneath, and then I'll cure that and then go back in with doing only half, the upper half with the Cover Pink, and then very, very slowly sprinkle the white on my other end half. And this ensures that most of the color would be white, will gradually do a ombre effect at the end there. So I'm going to do my last finger here of that Cover Pink, cure that for another 60 seconds, and brush off the excess. So now that I've cured and removed my excess powder, I'm going to go in with another full layer of my gel base, and then I will go ahead and sprinkle that Cover Pink powder on the upper half, and then we'll move on to the white. So just kind of move it back and forth horizontally to ensure that we get the edges as well. And then I'm using my spoon here to lightly dust onto the nail because we don't want to pour it right over, because then it'll be like a blob of white powder. It needs to be as seamless as possible, so I find sprinkling it very lightly is the best way to achieve this look. And then once that I feel like it has a nice coat, I slowly dipped it into the white, just the very tip, and then do another full sprinkle of the Cover Pink on my entire nail. And this will reduce white harsh lines where it meets with the pink powder. So I'm going to repeat this to these two nails and then cure under the lamp for another 60 seconds. Alright, now we're going to go in with another layer of the same effect, same tricks, same tips, doing another full layer and applying that pink and then white. Going to cure that for another 60 seconds, and I filed off camera because it's pretty straightforward, you know, just file and shape as you desire. And now I'm going to apply base coat to all my nails because I just have my pinky to do now, and they all require a layer of base coat because I will be applying my final top coat to 4 of my fingers because we'll go ahead and jump straight into my really pretty pinky finger. So now applying my IGELBEAUTY top coat to all 4 of my fingers, and I did use my IGELBEAUTY base coat as well to do my dip powder layers. So do a nice even layer to all 4 and cure for another 60 seconds. Super excited to share with you guys how I did my pinky. It was by far my favorite finger. And shout out to the Nail Nerd Journal. Follow her on YouTube, you guys. She's the one who showed me this method. I watched her video this weekend and I am obsessed. So this is what I would normally do. I would just do a layer of IBD hard gel, then apply my caviar beads, and it would last me like a day or 2 before they started falling off. But what she does instead is she applies her hard gel just like, you know, you normally would, but then she applied a layer of the top coat. And guys, it was a game changer. It literally was so much easier to work with, and the beads stuck on like glue. Like, they were not going anywhere. I was amazed, and her video is so amazing. Like, it's easier to follow, and you know, she does really good with sharing how it works and giving tips and such. So using my light pink rhinestones, I'm doing like a zigzag pattern, and then I'm going to go with the darker pink and fill in the opposite zigzag. And then I'm going to add red ones in there as well, because I did add red, light pink, dark pink, and rose hearts to my pointer finger, so I was trying to match those colors as well. And with my tweezers, I am kind of scooting them around to have the correct placement. Then when I'm happy how all the rhinestones are, I'm going to pour my caviar beads right over my nail. And do you guys see that? It just stuck on so perfectly. Like, I just had to adjust my edges because I didn't want, you know, one caviar bead sticking out more than the other, and again also around my cuticle. And that's it, guys. Like, I didn't have to press them down hard or anything. Like, they stuck on there so well. And then I cure that for 60 seconds, and then I'm capping my free edge with my top coat. Another tip I learned from her. Overall, just amazing. Cure that for another 60 seconds. Here's the final look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and found it helpful, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye!